so this stream is the final stream that I will do probably this year because I start working tomorrow and I won't have a day off until probably December. But I made a good use of the time. Sorry I couldn't stream last week. Sorry I couldn't stream yesterday. I was quite sick and I didn't feel I had enough energy to stream. But luckily, while being sick in a delirious state, I just turned off my distractions and just sat down and wrote everything down. And somehow last night I reached the end. I think I wrote about like 7 hours. Hello, Kivish. How are you? Yeah, so this is the final stream. I have managed to complete this is the first draft. There will obviously be changes, but this is what I have got to. This is the end. That will be the ending. And this week I managed to write from basically in the orchestra score page 20. No, I started off at page 14. I started off at page 14 and I managed to reach until the end. So 20 pages in 5 days. Pretty good. Yes. Alright, so time to check how it goes. Obviously I cannot play all of this yet, but maybe this will be like a sight reading my own arrangement. Let's go. I'll be checking the recording. It's a bad idea because they sound amazing and I'm gonna sound like crap, but let's try it anyway. I'm gonna slow this down because they play so fast. Okay, so this section is where I started this live stream thing this week. This is where I started, I believe, if I remember correctly. But so this is basically before the repeat, starting the development section. So. So this section, the idea behind it was these are the melody. And there's a running scale idea. To combine it, I use Roman camp harmonics to bridge the gap, because if I don't do the harmonics, this is how far the intervals are. This is how far the interval is, so it's pretty impossible. But with the Roman harmonic, it becomes like that, so it's much easier to play. This, a tenth is relatively fine, so this C natural, Romantic harmonic. Yeah, I think it sounds, the idea is there, so I'm happy with that. So right here. Okay, let's see how it sounds on the one single violin. So that my idea is I will keep the syncopation going. And the main theme. So combined together. Later on, as I practice this more, I will try to bring out the syncopations more. Yeah, I think it will work. Maybe I will have to remove some notes here and there, but as a first draft, this is a pretty okay frame, I think. And this chord here. To play the F sharp, I have to use 3-2-4 here. Yeah, and here I try to keep the bum bum. I think it's played by the horns. Oh no, it's the second violin. Da-da-dum, but I couldn't do the, so I had to do to keep the idea going. Alright, so next part. I think in the end I will play at this tempo instead. The original tempo is crazy. I mean, in an orchestra it's fine, but when you're by yourself. That's crazy. That's crazy to play by yourself at this tempo. So, yeah, 90% is sound. Yeah, so this is the same idea. Here I try to keep the scale going. Have to switch two kinds of harmonics to keep the melody in the bottom. So I think it works fine. And then this is the cello. I couldn't do because I have no more strings left, so I have to move the cellos one octave higher. Well, in reality, it's 2 octave higher, but anyway, I had to move the register. And we're reaching the fugato section. Yeah. Yeah, this little fugue section. So it's very awkward to play right now, but I think with practice it's not impossible. I haven't figured out the optimal fingering for this yet. I might have to remove some notes, but that's the frame. Okay, so these are the really awkward dissonance to figure out. I don't know if I can play this right now, but I will try. That's the first violin playing bom 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 bom. This is an extremely awkward chord. I might have to rearrange this somehow, but that's for later. And then here, the modulation. I hear a lot of the C in the bass. Yeah, there. I hear a really big C, so I switch the bass. I think the real bass is supposed to be an A, but on my... Hello from Costa Rica, welcome, Santiago. Yeah, so yeah, I hear a huge C, so I use, I don't know if, there, that's the bass I hear the most, so I wrote C instead. The actual bass is an A, I think. And then I had to rearrange the chords here for it to fit. And then it's the bass here, the stronger one is actually G, but I don't have a lower string for if I want to play the C as well, so I had to rearrange it. That's the result I got. And then here, this is the final decision, I think. I'm not going to change this anymore. This is the dissonant chord that I couldn't figure out. I had to move it 1 octave lower, but it sounds okay. And then transition. mixed melody. I wish there's a way for me to sustain the F. I have to play it really heavily. And then the next part. Okay, so in the next section, there's actually a few elements. This but in the hello Magikarp from Mexico, how are you? The bass, the counter melody to this. I really wanted to keep that, but I felt the syncopation works better. If you listen to the string section, ba ba ba. So I have to pick 2 out of the 3. I cannot have syncopation plus melody and counter melody. So in the end, I chose syncopation and the main melody. So it became. Oh, I'm still sight reading this. But yeah, that's the idea. And we're moving into the next transition, I think. It's called a bridge, maybe. Yeah, so this section on the violin is not that bad. Well, I have to leave out a lot of the details, like the repeated G's from the horns. I couldn't. Maybe I can fit it in somehow. I have to think about it later. But the basic skeleton. Yeah, this is where the horns are playing. I might be able to fit it in, but I will think about it later. Yeah, so. Yeah, and this transition from octave to a 10th, I have to work on that quite a lot. So. I decided to still keep the counter melody at least one time because it's just really cool, and but syncopation is needed in the next section for the modulation, so I kept the syncopation here. So this is the example. Yeah, I thought the syncopation here that helped with the. It's really beautiful, so I used that instead of the counter melody instead. That's my thinking. So. next section is. Wait. Where is? Oh yeah. So here. It's a really beautiful melody that Beethoven wrote for. I think this is the flute. Answered by second violin, I think. So. I guess I can keep the lower F. Now the upper F sounds better. And then we're moving into. Oh yeah. Okay, we're moving into this very, very complicated, dense section. I have to delete so many parts. I have to like ignore so many parts in this section. So this is. Yeah, so this section there are so many layers, and on the violin basically we're limited by strings. We have 4 strings, so I cannot play more than 4 voices, and also we're limited by the bow. If the bow is doing one technique, then it cannot do any other technique. So if I do the 16 note tremolo here, then I cannot do the woodwinds. In the orchestra score, this is what it looks like. Okay, let me put this up. It's pretty funny. I think my laptop is dying. The last few days. Okay. Okay. So in the string section, this is what's happening. First and second violin. And then the cello section. Already that's 2 separate elements, but it's possible to. And then in the woodwinds and the wind section. It's just it's like a mini canon, I guess. It's the same melody, but they stagger their entrance, so it creates like this very dense harmony. And I looked at Liszt's Beethoven Third Eroica. He wrote a piano transcription for every symphony. Crazy guy. And his solution was genius. So he held down a pedal here. He held down the pedal on the piano, and then he would play these triplet arpeggios, the broken arpeggios, basically broken chords, and that would like create this very, very dense harmony. It's really effective. I wish there's a pedal on the violin as well, but so I basically can only keep the idea of that going while still keeping the. Yeah, so my solution was create as much chaos and noise as possible. It's not a perfect solution, but this has became. Oh yeah, and I said here, think of Paganini Caprice Number 5. So there, my idea was instead of keeping everything exactly the same as the orchestra score, which is not possible. So those places that are not possible, I will have to take creative choices, and I decided to use interesting violin technique to mask the fact that I'm a very bad arranger. So this is yeah. I will have to work on the dynamics, but okay, it won't sound like the orchestra at all. Yeah, it's not the point. I have to do something else to keep going. But my idea is that the string 16 note tremolo creates this very busy harmony. So if I just if I do piano here, and sometimes sprinkle in this, and so but I still managed to keep the melody. But it's just hidden within the ricochet. So yeah, and this boom 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 is very prominent in the recording. So right here. Yeah, there. And then oh yeah, and here I have to change the bowing technique to broken chords, string crossing. I think I forgot the terminology. This idea came from a viewer's comment. It's a French word. I never saw that word before, but that basically means string crossing. Something, I forgot the technique. I've never heard of that word until I saw the comment. I searched it on Google and I understood what that viewer meant immediately. And yes, it's a very good suggestion. Thank you. I wish I can pull up the comments, but my phone is in use. Anyway, so thank you for the suggestions. Oh yeah, and another viewer helped me come up with the Caprice number 5 bowing idea. The viewer meant it for another place, but it fits here perfectly. And thank you so much. So moving on. Yeah, so here will sound like yeah, so I haven't practiced this place at all. I just wrote down the notes. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so that whole section was the transition back to recapitulation, the melody from the beginning. Luckily, the notes are all reachable. This is the cello section, and then back to the beginning. Well, not the beginning, recap. The chord transition, I don't know how well it will be. I need to practice this, obviously, but I think it's fine. This. I think it will be fine. If it's not, I will just take out some notes. It's not the end of the world. I thought the recap would be exactly the same as the beginning. It's just the key will change a little bit. But Beethoven being Beethoven, he changed quite a bit, and the coda is so long. Beethoven's codas are, like, the endings are really long. Anyway, so the real challenge was actually the last few pages. I was quite frustrated for a few times. So this is the recap. Yeah, so here I had to get creative. There are some techniques that I usually don't write it for myself because I'm not good at them at all. So I really hate doing I really hate doing that bowing technique. So basically you hold a long note and then you touch the other string. It never sounds good for me, but I have to include it here. I may have to change it later, but I don't know. This is the best one I can think of right now. So so recap. Oh yeah, here I decided to keep the accompaniment, but that also means I have to sacrifice the melody. And the left hand hits during a trill. I may have to cheat on the string crossing technique here just by pulsing the bow like this. So I'm not actually doing the send you an original composition to play, but I don't think I'm good enough yet to be worth your time. No, send it. Don't worry. I might not do it straight away. I still have a few pieces that I have to sight read from the viewer's backup. But no, send it. If you do you need my email? I'll write my email. No, I love reading new pieces. So just send it. I'll try my best to read it once I have time. Yeah, I mean, the last few weeks I don't have time because I was writing this. I wrote the first 4 pages, I think. Yeah, the first 4 pages in 3 weeks, and then I spent the last 5 days writing this. But now that I have the frame, I have more time now. I just have to polish these up. So yeah, don't worry about, uh, you know, just send your composition. I will try my best to read it when I have time. Especially if it's original composition, they are always interesting. So yeah. Okay, so then the next part. Oh, I think, yeah, I remember this. This is the first violin supposed to be playing pizzicato. There's no way I'm gonna do pizzicato with notes going up, so I just cheat with my bow. I think I can create that plucking effect somewhat by just marking the string. But that's for later when I have more time to practice. And then yeah, and then he goes into a bunch of modulation. Beethoven. So yeah, pizzicato. Oh, okay, I missed something here. So in the orchestra, I think it's in the bass. Yeah. Which sounds better than just holding as A flat. So I'm gonna change that. So yeah, actually through arranging these, my octaves, I don't know, I cannot hear through the live stream. It probably sounds horrible, but from my point of view, my octaves have improved quite a lot. So even if I fail eventually playing this, I have gotten away with improved octaves, and I think I have accidentally invented a new technique as well. I don't know if someone already did it before, but at least for myself, I haven't seen this marked in this. I will explain later. So now. Okay, so I wanted to keep the main melody. But the register between the 16 notes, first and second violin, is too far. This is what it looks like in the orchestra score. Yeah, we're way past that. Recap. Oh yeah, so I think what we heard just now, the is in the violas. Yeah, I will keep that. What was it? Oh yeah, so these 16 note tremolos are too far compared to the cello. So I had to just keep this 1 octave lower, the G 1 octave lower, and play the cello part like this. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Oh yeah, so the new technique, I don't know if it's new, but this is how I thought about it. Here, okay, so the idea is I want to keep this, and then I have an octave that is going. To actually play this chord, I will have to shift the third and then stretch like this, which is very uncomfortable, and most likely I'm gonna miss it. So I will still play this on first position, but I will mute the D string with my finger touching the string. I mute it by not actually pressing the string, but just touching it. So you will only hear in my work. I don't know. So I have marked the note that my finger is touching, which is a G, but hopefully it does not show up during performance or recording. So I don't know. From my side, it does not sound, I don't hear the G. I mean, it's very faint. So if I play it fast, it will not be noticeable. And there are so many chords, it will just get over people's head. Hopefully. So this is a new technique I was talking about just now. The note is a little weird. I don't know which symbol to use because nobody has done it yet, I guess. Anyway, moving on. The next part, this is a little bit more similar to the beginning. I basically just copied the recap and pasted it here and transposed it to the key. So as soon as you practice this, I wrote all this yesterday. So this is the same as recap, but in the new the home key, the tonic, I think. all-time favorite to perform. I listen to a lot of, well, I mean, the funnest solo pieces to perform is probably Bach. Is always really fun and amazing to play. Isai, if you know the composer, Isai, it's really fun also. Bartok, I love Bartok, especially his solo violin sonata. But actually, I mostly listen to non-classical music. Most of the time, if I'm taking a train or taking a walk, I'll be listening to progressive metal. I don't know if you know that band called Tool. They're really good. I sometimes listen to a lot of System of a Down. And then lately I've been listening to A Perfect Circle. They are really good bands. From classical side, I mean, Mozart, Debussy. Also, I love listening to Debussy, but mostly I listen to modern stuff. Anyway, next part. So. Okay, we're moving to second theme, I think. Yeah, this is the part I just played. Yeah, so this action is basically the carbon copy, but in another key of the beginning. And I practiced the beginning quite a bit, so this is not the craziest. The first half I use these. The second half, the notes are new, but the idea is the same, so I won't be able to play it as smoothly, but I'll try. And this F will be a left hand pitch. So here the B flat, I use Roman came harmonic to play one octave higher. Oh yeah, and I will have to play this on G string. Like I said before, violin only has 4 strings. If I play this on G string, 1 octave lower, the G flat I won't be able to play it, so I played it 1 octave higher. But if I use G string, it will sound a little bit deeper. And haven't practiced, so I cannot. I'm sight reading it, but I think the idea is clear. Yep. Yeah, and here the chords are quite complicated. I try to keep the voicing. Yeah, with practice, this is not the biggest problem. It's just a lot of stretching. And then, yeah, we're moving on. Oh, I don't actually remember how to play this part. I think these are left-hand pits. So a bunch of modulation here. Yeah, so here I use the same technique as before, but I guess I can just keep the chord. Or just an octave. I will have to clean it up later. Premium. No, I don't have MuseScore Premium. But my wife does, so I use her account. Why, do you have a piece on MuseScore for me to look at? So here, I believe this part is what they call coda. I'm not sure about the terminology, but this might be coda because it's like a small development section all over again, and it's very long and complicated. I struggled a lot, and also because I wrote all this yesterday while I was still a little bit sick, I don't remember exactly what I wrote down. I was a little bit delirious. So who knows what my crazy self wrote down when I'm a little bit under the weather. Let's see. It's like sight reading someone else's work, but that someone else is your subconscious. Okay, I sort of remember the idea. Okay, so basically here that's the first violin part. The main melody. This to put together without special techniques is not possible because this is way too far. Unless you change the register. But I think it does not sound nice because this place sounds really good because of this. So this will be the new focus. So I think the idea is here, from here onwards, I will switch to left-hand picks. That's the idea. So it will go like luckily it's not very long. It's only like how many bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, There's only 13 parts of the left hand pits, and with practice, it can be smooth. This one, I will use arco. Ledger lines. Oh yeah, this is a rough sketch. Rough first draft. But I can read up to C. So this is not a problem for myself. But yeah, for other people, I might. Yeah, I can read up to pretty high. And also sometimes you read higher notes not by reading the note itself, but you're reading the rough idea of it, and then you guess it based on context. So yeah, most of the time I'm not actually reading the notes. There's no way you can read every note and sight read every note perfectly, and most of the time I'm reading off of context, and I'm guessing what's coming up. And if you have played many different pieces, after a while you develop this sense, right? And I'm not saying every piece of music is the same, but Bach has a certain way of arranging his notes for the violin. Romantic period, they have specific ways. Classical period, they have their own patterns. After a while, I don't really know it by understanding. I go it by feel, right? So it's like very hard to describe what it feels like. But I'm not actually reading most of the notes. I look at the shape. I know the notes are going up and down. And yeah, if that makes sense, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the left hand pits. Some weird intervals. But I think this is the first and second violin. Oh yeah, and this melody comes back. For those. This is a natural. Check the notes. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, so the section just now, what I did basically, I just took first violin, and the second violin, boom, 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 boom. I just took the notes there. Second violin, left hand pits, first violin, bow. Yeah, so the double stops you saw just now, I just played this. was because in the first half I did a lot of syncopations for this melody. In this part, I would focus more on the counter melody. So it turns out become like this. And here I keep the syncopation because of the harmony change. Because of the C flat. Here I use this technique where I use one finger to play fifths on 3 strings, like this. It's not a good idea, I need to change that. But oh yeah, and this next section is basically I had the same problem with the Paganini 5 original bowing section here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Now there's just too big of a range to cover, so you have to either use left hand pizzicato to fill the harmony, or you have to use Roman camp harmonics to grab the high position notes. It's a lot of compromises and work around, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun if you're into that stuff. So the solution here was the main focus here was the bass. I remember this. The bass, because is the main driver of the music here. If you look at the orchestra score, woodwinds are not doing anything except to change the key here, change the chord there. The first and second violins are just doing this. So if I only follow that, it becomes too boring to listen to. So then I have to add in the bass. Yeah, if I don't add in the bass, then the sforzando forte piano here does not make sense. So the solution would be I will hold the B flat tremolo, and then the left hand will do this. Kind of. I will have to switch in between left hand pits and the bow. I haven't figured it out completely yet, but this is the basic idea. Oh my god. And I need the B flat to change the key. And here I need my thumb for the B flat. And then I need the C sharp to change to the next key. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite moments in the entire, not the entire thing, but one of my favorite moments, because because of this in the winds. Yeah, so this is where we are right now. Yeah, that I think is the clarinets. That moment is really nice. I really like that moment. Yeah, so what you heard. I guess I can even just ignore the harmony and just keep the bass because the bass is so interesting here already. But that's for later. So here, that's how I kept the clarinet part. Oh, okay. Then next part, this, it was a nightmare. I was stuck here for a long time. So basically the orchestra is holding this chord and then the basses are playing this. So I had to resort to this technique on the violin. So I will be basically re-emphasizing the harmony with my bow string crossing, and then the bass will be on all the down bows. So this is it's like that Bach. That kind of idea, but yeah, and then we're moving into the next ideas. Here, I'm not sure if I want to keep the octaves. Or especially here. There's no way I can play this fast, or I just need to practice. Or I can just I need to figure it out later, but this is the framework. The idea is with the bass have to ditch the upper note. So oh yeah, so we're moving into some crazy territory next. This, I don't know where this idea come from. Bum ba da dum ba da dum ba da dum. I guess it's an inversion of it's a variation of this. It's a variation of that. So there's two parts to this. This is in the strings, and then everywhere else there's this melody. So this two melody goes at the same time. I don't know how it will sound like in the end. Bach cantata. Yeah, maybe. There's one Bach work I really want to try is the harpsichord concerto. Something. Maybe for two violins. It would be really cool if I can pull it off. But it sounds like I don't know if I'm playing the right one. This actually sounds like the double concerto, the third movement, but I cannot pull out any melody at well. Anyway, so this. This next section, the range is so far, it's crazy. This is played by the flute. This is played by the flute, and then the melody is in the cello. Obviously, violin cannot do that. The solution I came up with, I don't know if it will work. I still don't know if this section is even possible. I might have to cut it, but anyway. This is what I have right now. That's the cello. That's the flute. if my fingers are good enough to play this in a faster tempo. Okay, then the next part is just purely impossible. I really couldn't figure out how to do this part. So in the full score, it looks like, yeah. So what I was talking about is, this is first violin. And then I think this line is for, I don't know, horns or the trumpet. I don't know. Basically a brass instrument, and it goes. And when we switch to this key, the second violins are going. And then second violin. Yeah. So I can still kind of do it up to this point where the flute and the cello is exchanging those themes. But when it comes to the cellos joining in for this, my violins don't have the range to do it. And it just sounds very stupid. So I had to resort to in the orchestra it sounds so nonchalant and nice. But when you play it alone, this is the second violin. And this is the flutes and the cellos. So far, it's okay. I can hear it, I can see it. I just need practice. Okay, then the next section is. Oh, yeah, here. So when the horns have that melody, it's almost impossible. I cannot do that anymore. This is the flutes. And the harmony and soundscape is just so big that I have to resort to something else. So I will have to do something on the violin, a specific technique on the violin to hide the fact that I have no idea how to arrange that. So that's the idea. But I think it sounds pretty nice. Yeah, if I once I practice it, it will sound nicer. So. This part, yeah, the harmony students, I cannot play anything other than arpeggiate the chords, and I kept the bass, the cello, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Then the next part, I'm still working on a solution, but the placeholder for now is this. So this is the dissonant chord. I'll go from the horn section again. Because this is the last part, finale, I think it's fitting to do something violinistic that sounds crazy and virtuosic and big. And also, I don't know how to arrange it otherwise. So that's. And then there's a theme here. Yeah, there's two options. There's the bass, cello bass. Which I really like, but it does not fit suddenly to slow down the harmonic rhythm. Not harmonic rhythm, but like the. Because so far it's just so chaotic. Suddenly to slow down the rhythm makes no sense. So I will have to. This is my idea right now. I don't know if you can tell. This bum 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 is part of the brass section. So. And also I had to reduce the first violin down one octave. So bum 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 bum, so that it continues the rhythm of fast. Here. So this is a sudden switch in the mood. Still need to practice this, but I don't know how to play the chords yet. I just wrote it down just now. So I will have to use the thumb for this. And then this is better if it's an F. I really want to keep the bass of B flat, but I cannot reach it. So so that's the idea so far. That's what I have gotten to in the span of, so the first 4 pages was 3 weeks, and then the last 8 pages was the last 5 days because I had a few days off. Yesterday I was sick, and I think I sat down at 10 and I didn't stop until 7. I forgot to eat lunch too. And then when I looked at the time, it was already like 7:45 when I reached the last bar. And that's how many hours? 9 hours? Yeah. And I'm surprised because a lot of the ideas I thought I had to change it, but they are surprisingly okay. I might have to change this section. Anyway, there's a lot of fine polishing to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching these streams for the last few days. The stream, I know it's not the best idea for violin, but I needed something to give me motivation to do something during my off days. If I don't set a goal, I procrastinate and just waste time, and I didn't want to do that. So pretty productive week. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for watching, and thank you for all your ideas. Many ideas helped me a lot to get through this. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.